Hello, guys. Oh my God. It's been a long time. I think like 5 to 9 days or a week. But who cares? It is finally the Big Brother Naija season 7 reunion level up, and oh my God, I do not know how exactly I want to sound. It's something we've been anticipating, especially the double adrenaline that comes with expecting it to start and then getting into the newer season. It's just going to be like a double blast, and I cannot wait to dish you every day as a day hot. Now, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell button beside for notification on every post that I make. But if you don't do any of those things, please, I beg you, watch this video till the end. Let me just tell you something. There ain't nobody like Lady Jackson. Anyway, so I'm just going to go right into the day one, and today is the 19th of June 2023, and the show just began. So basically, the day one comprised of Big Brother, the franchise, of course, showing us the trip these housemates went on, mostly organized by Pepsi. They went on trips around Africa, most importantly to South Africa. They went wine tasting, they went skydiving, paragliding. They were on what do you call this, cable cars? Yes, where you move from one high mountain top to another, and it was all fun and thrills because these housemates were so glad, first off, to be in the same space again, and to relate again, because since after the show, it's been back to back trying to get endorsements, doing things. Everybody wants to make their brand known so they could become, make a living from the platform that Big Brother is giving them. Now, of course, while they were showing all the fun they were having as they went wine tasting, eating, I think they went on a boat cruise, like a yacht. Oh my God. These boys, girls went on a yacht trip. They had an all-white party. They had an all-night party. Oh God, we will never come up from this country, so of course. So when we see it, we appreciate it. But of course, it will not be a fun reunion day one without the little hints of drama that started coming on. Now, must I point out to you the fact that unlike every other reunion show, this was unexpected. This was not the typical one. The typical one is from the day one. The ex-housemates will be welcomed one by one, showing their fashion, their class, the Chichi and everything, and some shade. And the drama starts like the first or second day. This one, we didn't see them coming on stage for anything. In fact, they just went on a trip. I was a little bit disappointed, but it is what it is. And, we cannot just go on and fight the show creators because of what they choose to do to garner the audience that they crave to garner, right? I'm sure you get me. So, of course, it is what it is. It's like I'm not talking too much. Anyways, so when they were done for the first trip that they were having, we could see that they were being interviewed on certain questions now, right? So Adekunle hinted at the fact that they were already having tension amongst the housemates. Now, he didn't pinpoint who or when or how, but of course, the other housemates, ex-housemates, stated that, it's like being in the house all over again. The feelings, the emotions, the thoughts, the relationships and everything. It was just giving what it was giving. And then, and then I began feeling the tension, even as the housemates began, stating who they actually vibed with on this trip. And those they didn't necessarily mention names of those they didn't vibe with, but they mentioned names of those they vibed with. Some were saying that they aren't here to even make friends. God, it is a trauma for me every time they come on to talk. And who was that? Was it, oh my God, was it, it wasn't Allison. Was it it wasn't dotun, it was a female. It was a female. Why am I thinking it is Bella or Chichi that said that? I didn't take notes. I would have written down her name. Anyways, now the guys, after they went on the paragliding and stuff and one tasting, they began calling pairs of ex-housemates who might possibly never talk to each other for a lifetime. Like, is it that how much like they dislike or hate each other? Like, how bad did it get? But of course, not a lot of people mention names except eloswags. Was it eloswags or yeah, I think it was eloswags who mentioned two people who were not going to really like talk to each other. Every other ex-housemate said, you know what, they don't feel that people will hate each other like that. And of course, most people are not meant to be friends for a lifetime. So in 30 years, 20 years, things could change. They began calling the most pretentious housemates because these are questions being thrown at them during like a mini interview. And aside Amaka, who said that she feels that she takes herself as the fakest person because people don't really understand her, so they take her as fake. Every other housemate said they can't necessarily pinpoint anyone who is fake, and they said, and they don't really feel like housemates, anybody could really pretend for over 70 days and fake it completely. But I think there are people who can actually do that. There are people who can fake and pretend for a year or two. But of course, that's what they said. So they cannot necessarily pinpoint anybody. And, it's just what it is. Although people like sheggz and Adekunle were pointing on the fact that, everybody came with their game plan, but not necessarily consider anybody fake per se, but it is what it is. And they're doing, they began asking the housemates who was the biggest user, who was the person who was used the most, who used each other and all that stuff. Now, all of the housemates still pointed out the same thing, like, people came with their game plan, and I wouldn't necessarily say that this was used, or, the word you use come off like, somebody was played, but so they don't feel like anybody was necessarily played. I think somebody like eloswags, or I think it's eloswags, who said he and doyin used each other and stuff, but it is what it is. All I really care about is the fact that they had good fun. I was disappointed for the day one, but it is what it is. These guys know how to market and strategize their show to get the maximum results. And yeah, of course, whether they give us crumbs, we will still watch and we will still come back. But either way, I'm just going to be here for as long as it lasts. And of course, guys, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the day too.